The following is brought to you by the People's National Party.
Make the trumpets play. Jamaican people want better. Economy coming like stormy weather. Ancestors are turning on them grave. They can tell me how we can do it together. When we look at the future of precipice, we see Jamaica needs the vision of the PNP. People said the bag of promises, them can't carry go shop. And the crime rate getting high, I wonder when it all goes now, comrades. Jamaican people want better. Economy coming like stormy weather. Ancestors are turning on them grave. They can tell me how.
The proceeding was brought to you by the People's National Party.
Blessings, blessings, blessings to all my peeps, my Energizer Bunny, all of my Energizer Monies in the chat. Well, today, Good Friday, right? And I want to wish all my peeps a happy Good Friday, a happy Easter. Hope everyone, right, is enjoying, right, a happy Easter as best as possible. Right, you know, for this morning, we are going to address the UHII situation as it's unfolded. And I leave that situation for this morning where I can have a full, dive into it and, really speak rationally to all critical thinkers where this is concerned, right? Let me put that way. We are not going to deal with the selective justice as it relates to other media, right? Particularly where NNN is concerned. But before we delve into that, I always have to meet my Energizer Monies. All right, let us see. Okay, all right. Darrett McCoy, right? The first in class. Bless up yourself, Darrett. Beverly, right? A holy blessed afternoon, Mystic. Same to you. Sensation and panel, right? We have Althea Wilson. A holy and blessed Easter to Mystic Sensation family and team. Blessed love to all. Thank you very much. Bloomy Coleman. Good afternoon, Mystic Sensation, Melting Pot. No, Melting Pot is not here this morning. On a Friday morning, Mystic Sensation, we fly solo. All right. Let me see. Veronica. Good afternoon, Mystic and Marie. Bless yourself, Veronica. And Linnell Cormac. Right. Happy Good Friday, Mystic Sensation, Lady Ann, Melting Pot, and everyone else on the chat. Right, Paulette Francis, greetings, everyone. And Falmouth Girl, bless up Falmouth Girl, happy Good Friday to you all. Laverne P9R, blessed love everyone. Carla Banks, right, bless up everyone. Miss Curiosity Kid, blessed love. And Celine Brown, right, good afternoon, Mystic Sensation, watching from Machinal in East Portland. Thank you so much for participating. Really appreciate that. All right. Big up to all the East Portland people. Right. And Robert Angus. Happy Good Friday. Paulette. Right. Peace. Good Friday to all. And Captain Mergy. Great work, Sir Byron. Thank you, sir. I owe you one. All right. Okay. I get it. Blessed Good Friday all. Selvan and Dwight Gray, right? Blessings fam, 5-star, Up Mystic, right? Dion Campbell, Michi, big up Mystic Sensation, same to you, Michi, same to you, Dion, Jonathan and Monica, right? Fraser, Dorrit Richards, right? Michelle McCoy, the truth, that is what we want to speak about this morning, right? And the truth is coming out of Toronto. So that is right, our mission for this morning. Kimon, right, happy Good Friday, Mystique, and everyone, blessings. And my L. Blake, good morning, everyone. Okay, all right, let us begin. And we want to be first, be reasonable, rational, right, and operate from a moral compass. First, I want to say to my people as it relates to what is unfolding at the UHWI, right? The comrade leader said that an investigation is ongoing and he's not going to preempt anything in terms of, right, making any statement without anticipate the determination or the result of an investigation. Now, that is a very prudent statement coming from a very prudent person and someone with integrity. He also extended by saying that based on the investigation and the findings, let the chips fall where they may. Again, another prudent statement. And for all of us, right, who align with that principle of good governance, we have to endorse what the comrade leader stated. And I think that is the height of prudence where the comrade leader is coming from. We have no doubt in the comrade leader in terms of making prudent decisions. We have seen a situation as it relates to Dennis Meadows. And the comrade leader did not hesitate in showing Jamaica, home and abroad, that he stood and still stand for principle because he has a moral compass. So we all have to be guided by that. We all have to be guided by being a manly heights, right, as it relates to democratic socialism, right, around our political ideology, right, and of course, right, follow along as it relates to what the comrade leader is saying and endorse what the comrade leader is saying, right? Mark Golding is more than a comrade leader, also a visionary. And we have seen that as it relates to Dennis Meadows, making statement in terms of what appears to be that is, somehow endorsing scamming, right? The comrade leader came out and he made a decision, right, to say, okay, that sort of position does not line with the People's National Party. And of course, that was decided. And we all know what was decided. So then it says to us all that principle matter. Good ethics matters. Why am I very proud of the comrade leader? Let me tell you why. The Prime Minister cannot, no way, shape, nor form, comes out and say, let the ships fall where they may. He can't say it. He will never able to say it Because what? He has no moral compass. For the Prime Minister himself conduct himself in a particular way defined as criminal as it relates to his Ponzi schemes upping from Cash Plus to Olint to SSL, and he knew at the time that he was participating in something that those institutions were robbing investors, and he had partake wholly and solely in those institutions. Not once, not twice, but all the Ponzi schemes, right, that raised in Jamaica, that organized in Jamaica, Andrew Holness and Darrell Vaz are a part of them, being in the organization role. And that's the truth, based on investigation. So when you have a Mark Golden, one that has integrity, one that built on the building block of his parents, it speaks volume. It speaks of a track record of hard work and honesty. It speaks from a foundation, a strong family background, ethics, integrity, principle, good morals, the building blocks that build up the comrade leader. Andrew Holness can and never able to even as much speak about discipline. Because why? He is the leader of corruption. He is the one who premeditatedly planned to pilfer from our treasury. He's the one that ensured that, look, we are not going to sign the code of conduct. Not only that, he did not sign the code of conduct, he encouraged all of his subordinates not to sign it. So we see night and day. What did Mark Golden did? Mark Golden signed the code of conduct. Mark Golden influenced all of his subordinates to sign the code of conduct. So let me talk to my people. We are not going to give Big Mama, the spin machine, right, any form of leeway to spin and bring us down in gutter politics. We are not going to go down in the ghetto politics with Big Mama, because Big Mama knows, and NNN knows, that their leader is corrupted to the core. So let us see. This is the strategy now being applied. Let us see if we can drag some of them in the mud with us. Now, let me say this. We are going to follow the opposition leader. And what the opposition leader is saying, that he's going to anticipate the determination of the investigation and he will make his decision. And that is where I stand. right? Now, here we are, and we speak about selective justice. And what NNN doesn't realize, because this is the stupidity of them and those who claim that they are intelligent, to know that, okay, you have 4 companies involved into a situation, but yet you are choosing, right, to identify one of the 4 companies because, right, a person from the PNP is there, so you think you can gain political mileage by only speaking of that particular company. So then, what is the political wisdom there? Isn't that clear to see that your political biases, right, is just plain and obvious? You did not collectively reference those companies, right, and speak of what gone beyond ethics, what gone beyond the contrary of policies that's set in place. You did not speak in that light. Why did you not speak in that light? Because you're defending a political narrative and you're defending the Jamaica Labour Party. And let me say this to you, NNN, in terms of your extreme stupidity, because you are not different from any of the 4 companies that is under investigation. But I am not thinking that you're looking along that line. Let me speak to you. The company's revenues, very important to carry the budget and to sustain programs. So Big Mama and all the persons over by NNN, you have lost what I call the moral authority to even speak on the subject. Yes, you do. And if you have conscience, you need to look into the mirror when you are speaking and ask yourself, NNN, Jaws Davis, and all of you at NNN, ask yourself, reason with yourself, have an introspection in saying, ask yourself this: our company had owed, right, the government over $1.5 billion. And after getting more than 10 write-off, we are not able to pay the government revenue. Is this a moral action from us? Is this okay to participate in robbing the government's revenue? So right then and there, when you look and you see who has shares in NNN, the Minister of Finance. NNN, Flavor, the Minister of Finance, right, has a substantial shares amount in NNN. Who else you think have shares in NNN via Dushyant Savadia, who now is the primary owner of NNN? It's the face of Andrew Holness. And you know that. Dushyant Savadia is the face of unduly. So let me ask you, do you believe that you have the moral authority to speak on any of the 4 companies that involve as it relates to this particular investigation? That is something that you need to struggle with. But knowing that you are unconscionable, I don't expect anything better from not one person at NNN. NNN, let me show you how hypocritical you are. And in spite of $1.5 billion owed, in spite of the gross conflict of interest that Flavor Williams, who is the Minister of Finance, shareholder in NNN, owing, yes, Flavor Williams, owing $1.5 billion. Flavor Williams. So when we have a budget shortfall, Flavor Williams, you are part and parcel of that budget shortfall. To make matters worse, the Prime Minister that have companies not paying the taxes, robbing the government's revenue. The Minister of Finance. What a happy family affair. But this goes beyond the pale. That here you are, in spite of all those things, and how unconscionable you are not mindful of those things because of you all being hypocrites and parasites that live on the back of taxpayers. Not only hypocrites. Listen keenly in terms of what I'm saying. Hypocrites and parasites. You are now becoming a parasitic animal where our economy is concerned, sucking the blood of the poor. But look, to show you that you have no conscience, let us listen to you. Let us listen to you guys over there, right? Unbelievable. Now let us take in Tyrone, who wants to ask the opposition leader some questions. Let us listen to you, Tyrone. And I'm glad and happy that I'm setting the argument straight. Go ahead, Mr. Tyrone, right? Please take a few seconds worth of fame, your unconscionable piece of rat. Let us listen to you.
You're going to be doing about this situation? Are Jamaicans to take you? Mr. Margoling, what are you going to be doing about this situation? Are Jamaicans to take you seriously? You ran on an integrity ticket in the run-up to the last general elections. Are Jamaicans to take you seriously, Mr. PNP President? Have the chips fallen where they may? Weren't those the words of the PNP President? What more do you need, Mr. PNP President, for you to take decisive action here? Mr. Margoling?
Okay, all right. So now let me ask you a question, Mr. Tyrone. Right? Let me just ask you this question, Mr. Tyrone. So, Mr. Tyrone, I just want to ask this question will be going to all of you guys. And I am now arguing with myself that it is probably that you don't have the ability to rationalize. Let us say that. Might be you lack the ability to rationalize. And you are asking Mark Golding to preempt an investigation. Is that leadership? That you will make decision on allegation without investigation? Is that what you're telling Mark Golding to do? He said, let the chips fall where they may, depending on the outcome of an investigation. So what did Mark Golding did? The right thing, the prudent thing. Anticipate what we call due diligence. An ongoing investigation. Mark Golding, as it is, allow the respective entities, the branches of investigation. 1, the Auditor General. 2, the Integrity Commission. 3, MOCA. The comrade leader. Allow good sense to prevail. Good sense to prevail. In saying, upon the closure of the investigation, wherever the chips fall, that decision will be forthcoming. What a prudent leader. Now let me ask you a question, Tyrone. Is it okay for you, Tyrone, to be satisfied that your prime minister going 4 years on the stringent investigation cannot explain his income, assets, and liabilities that result in his wealth between him and his wife? Billions of dollars in wealth. Let me ask you a question, Tyrone. What is your say on that particular issue? Are you satisfied, Mr. Tyrone, to have a leader? Let us speak to you, Mr. Tyrone. I want to find out where your heart lies and the methodology behind your thinking. And I want to find out if you're an honest person or you just merely corrupted and love the corruption. So let me ask you a question now, Mr. Tyrone. Is it okay for your leader to be Ponzi scheme upping? 1, for you to answer. Is it okay for your leader as it relates to giving more than 4 years, all the due process that the Prime Minister cannot explain his wealth? Is it okay for you to have a leader like this? And so then when the next statutory declaration comes around, where the opposition, right, will have to submit, and he has to submit, which they had submitted. So we are just waiting on that time, which I know for sure that he will not certify. He will not be able to be certified. So, Mr. Tyrone, I am asking you, please, sir, answer us. Is it okay for the Prime Minister to continue on with his politics like nothing happened and everything is okay? And, you know, let us normalize the corruption because it is what it is, right? My statutory declaration cannot be certified, and okay, not a problem. Let's move on. Are you okay with that? Okay. So it is for you to answer those questions that I'm asking. Now, let us move on to Draws Davis, because we are coming down and narrowing down, right, in terms of who you are and who the type of person that the Jamaica needs to see you. You are not an investigative media in the true sense of being an investigative journalist. You are not, absolutely. So we want to show the people bits by bits, block by block, page by page, to define NNN. Let us listen to Draws Davis. And let us listen their reasoning. George reacts to UHWI. Let us hear you, George, in terms of your reasoning, right? Let us look into your reasoning. Let us hear you now, Mr. George.
The cat is out the bag. Well, we knew the cat was out the bag from some weeks now. But, you know, this country has had brave journalists. One of the things why I think people appreciate us here at Nationwide and the work we do, we don't pretend and position ourselves and posture as if we're better than anybody else. Absolutely.
Stop right there. Stop right there, Mr. George Davis. One thing with us, we have brave journalists. Mr. Draws Davis, have you ever spoken with the Prime Minister as it relates to why, Mr. Prime Minister, that you're having this difficulty in having your statutory declaration certified? Let us move to the recent situation with Rosie. Have you tried to reach out to Donovan Williams and speak to Donovan Williams based on the allegation of Rosie, particularly this item that I'm going to speak about? Rosie had spoken about the displacement of people in central Kingston, and where the intention served as to defranchise people from voting, one, and two, land grabbing, to move them out of a particular area so that the area can be fully commercialized. Mr. Draws Davis, Have you spoken to Donovan Williams pertaining to that? Remember, you have said it to us that you are a brave journalist. Well, how far does your bravery carries you in terms of denying the people to have clarity, where you know that question to Donovan Williams pertaining that particular item issue as it relates to Rosie is reasonable to ask Donovan. And if you are an investigative journalist, you now would have dug in, do your investigation to see if what Rosie said is true or false. But remember, you said to us, you're a brave journalist. So you mean that you're a brave journalist to only call out the People's National Party and to attack the People's National Party? That is where your bravery lies? That is the foundation of your bravery? Now, since you have said you're a brave journalist, have you spoken to Juliet Owness, who is the Speaker of the House and who currently breach all the KSMAC rules and breach NEPA rules, and where NEPA is in the Prime Minister's office? Have you spoken to Juliet Owness about the breaches? Now, if you want me to send you the information, Josh Davis, so that you can establish your bravery, I will do. Right? So that you can ask Juliet Owness that, okay, Mrs. Owness, based on the permits that you were given and based on 2.6 acres that allotted, you were to stay in the ambit of the law as it relates to the amount of habitable space or habitable rooms that you are supposed to have. Did you, Mr. Holness, breach this? And if so, Mrs. Holness, why did you breach it? You said you're brave, you know. You said you're brave. And I am telling you these things now so that, of course, you can highlight your bravery to us. Please highlight your bravery to us. And also ask her about the sewage system that she puts in. And finally, what I want you to ask her, Mrs. Owens, where did you get your capital injection to undertake such a massive development? Let us see your bravery. Let us listen to you further.
We're not better than anybody else. I'm not better than anybody else. The company that I work for isn't better than any other company. We don't do journalism better than anybody else. We just try to do the work well.
Stop.
And I
stop. Get off of my monitor. You get off of my monitor right now. Right? Because obviously you're making yourself into a clown show. You're a clown. You're a clown show. Right? You do journalistic work well. When last you have asked the Prime Minister as it relates to statutory declarations that are uncertified will last. Will last. Have you spoken to Andrew Holness about that? Have you spoken to Donovan Williams as it relates to the exhaustion of Rosie? Have you spoken to Donovan Williams? Get real. Get real. Hypocrites and parasites. Get real. Jamaicans are watching you. Hypocrites and parasites, get real. Now, let us step a little bit further, my people. Because we are exposing them today of who they are. Spin machine and spin doctors and persons who are eating out of the trough. And so then we have to expose them. Now, Jamaica, this is how we expose them. You know, this is Mystic Sensation, and now we build up the chronological sequence and we push it out. Have the source of information, right? Push it out so people can see, right, as it relates to the benefit of our work. Now, look at this. As I said, you have no moral authority to speak on the subject. Now look at this. Let me show you something. No moral authority. Right? Now you look at this, Jamaica. You look at this. Let us share this.
About his statutory declaration, here's what the Prime Minister had to say.
You know, the implication of this goes far and wide. Why hasn't it been certified? And does the public have anything to be concerned about?
You would appreciate.
Hold on, Judge Draws Davis. This young lady is a brave journalist. You want to see an example of bravery? This young lady is a brave journalist. So, Mr. Draws Davis, do you want to take a page from her book? Do you want to follow her example in asking the relevant questions that majority Jamaicans want to hear? The only people who don't want to hear the questions, this particular question, right, are those people at NNN. Oh, let me just take this call because, you know, I am freelancing today, you know. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation. Please go ahead. Hello? Hello? Okay. Seems to getting a little obstruction there. All right. So, Draws Davis, this is why I find this clip, you know, because I think, you know, I don't think you know the definition in terms of, you know, a brave journalist. What a brave journalist, right, would do, right, in terms of question the real issues. So I'm giving you an example. Hold on. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mystic. How are you doing?
I'm fine very much. Wish you a happy Good Friday. How are you doing?
Thank you. Thank you and all your viewers. Mystic, I have a total different spin on this issue that's going on. I have a total different spin on it.
Yes, please go. We want to hear you. You're coming in a little bit cloudy. I don't know what is happening in terms of your system, right? It's not that all that clear. But go ahead.
Okay, hold on. So this thing, I think it's time for the PMP now to Mark Golding to stand up against, because I think a lot of these people are bullied. Because listen where I'm going.
Yes.
Dennis Strong never recused himself, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then we have Christopher Tufton
Yes.
with the dead babies. Did he recuse himself?
No.
Andrew Olness, is he still ongoing investigation or is it over now? It's not over yet, right? So we haven't had a final report.
Exactly. Investigation is ongoing.
So exactly. So he didn't recuse himself. He actually ran in
Yes.
the last election, okay?
Yes.
Donovan, that we just heard of, with those allegations, serious allegations.
Very
did not
serious.
recuse himself. Very
Yeah.
serious. Did
Yes.
not recuse himself, right?
Yes.
Darren Vaz with the buses. did
Very
not
serious
recuse
allegation
himself
as well.
with all the skullduggery, right?
Yes.
The JPS issue, the issue with Elon Musk and what they call that thing that Elon Musk gave him again?
Oh, the Starlink.
The Starlink issue. Market me. He did not recuse himself with none of those.
Yes.
I am not supporting corruption. But on the other hand, I think it's time that the PNP said to these people, listen, until the leader of this country start to hold his members accountable, then I, Mark Golding, will start to do it. Now, it's time they stop pressuring and bullying Mark Golding. It's time they stop. It's a bully tactic. Because even Tyrone is an utter disgrace to the human race.
Oh, yes.
Tyrone is an utter disgrace. To know that, for Tyrone to sit around that and speak on that microphone and acting as though the JLP is a paragon of virtue is an utter disgrace, mistake.
You're perfectly
And
right.
I don't think the gentleman should recuse himself from nothing. Jamaicans don't care about corruption, or else they would not have voted for the JLP. They don't care about corruption. So much corruption is going on in the JLP. And for Tyrone to sit and calling out Mark Golding on this issue, it is so hypocritical. And you see the bloggers, or some of them are not bloggers, like you're not a blogger. I think
Yes.
you're above blogging. I don't know what you would consider yourself, a journalist or a reporter or investigator, but I hear a lot of them calling Mark Golding.
Well, I'm a certified investigator. I'm a certified investigator.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I hear they calling out Mark Golding to have his member being recuse himself and stuff like that. Some of these bloggers, they need to stop it because the country continues, the JLP continues with all the irregularities, all the skullduggery. They bypass all of that. Nobody demonstrated. Nobody. Look at Dennis Strong. Look at the demonstration. And Andrew Olness never come out and said a thing. Wasn't that a conflict of interest right there?
You're correct.
And even with the demonstration, did anybody? We didn't even see these this group that is just coming out yesterday asking the gentleman to recuse himself. Where was they when Dennis Strong was being appointed, and when people went out and demonstrated, and up until now,
And there you
he's
go.
still sitting. Dennis Strong is still right there. This is nonsense. Jamaica, if Mark Golding continues to allow these people to drag him and to have him dismiss this member, dismiss that member, the PNP will become nothing. Nothing. They would, and if Mark Golding let him recuse himself, I will never vote another PNP, another election. This is crazy. It's time we stop voting. When they go low, we go high. That's not taking the PNP nowhere. They have been doing it, and it hasn't worked out really great as we wanted. We have to stop until until the Prime Minister starts to hold a member in his party accountable, then Mark Golding can do the same. This is nonsense. I can't believe some of the bloggers that I hear calling out Mark Golding. I was like, are you guys really serious? I don't know how Mark Golding managed this, because this is, to me, is a lot.
It's more than a lot, and I have to write as it relates to what you're saying, because what you're saying, right, make a lot of sense, right? And I mean, when you look in terms of what the Jamaica Labour Party had done,
exactly,
as it relates to the administration that encompassed, right, Andrew Holness' leadership, mighty God, from 2016 until now.
Yeah.
I mean,
so much money.
The thing about it, sister, what I want to highlight to you as well. We heard about $3 trillion unaccounted for, right, as it relates to the Auditor General. But, madam, you know how the Auditor General came up with that $3 trillion? That came up as a result of the available information that they have. And from the available information that they have, they make that determination as it relates to $3 trillion. My sister, what I'm saying to you, that this thing, if the Auditor General, right, did not get the obstacles, right, in terms of information missing, because you see what is happening as it relates to UHWI, you understand, we talk about information in storeroom and it missing and place flooded out and all of this. These are the situations that face the Auditor General, those obstacles. And I am saying to you, my sister, if the information that only the Auditor General privy to, the limited information, and it is $3 trillion. Now, what if the Auditor General did have all the information and there was no obstacles? Might be, my sister, we could be looking at $5 or $6 trillion. Now, you tell me now, my sister, let me ask you a question. The other day when I heard, right, a reputable business person, right, who came out and he spoke about 2 economic shocks. Now, let me ask you, my well-learned friend, which one of those 2 economic shocks has to deal with an accountability of over, might be $4, $5, $6 trillion? That is not only an economic shock, that is an economic tsunami.
Mystic, I don't know. Look at the drill. Mystic, you remember the drill?
Oh, yes.
Who was held accountable for that?
No one.
Okay, so why are we pressuring Mark Golding? Why are these bloggers and some of them, when I listened to a blogger last night asking the gentleman to recruit himself, I was like, are you guys serious? Look what the JLP has done to our country, and they continue as though nothing happened.
And let me say this, my sister.
Oh, God.
Let me say this in alignment with you, right? I am saying, as it relates to what you have said, right? We will build on morals and integrity. That Andrew Holness, not able to have his statutory declaration certified,
and still running the election,
still in governance. His wife who sits,
and the people allow him to do it. So what? So it's okay for the JLP to do all the skullduggeries and partake in everything that is against the people of Jamaica, and it's okay for them to do it. But when it comes to the PNP, they must be held at a different standard. Let
me say something to you, my sister, right? And that's why, we who have a certain type of cranium, right, have to think wide, right? We can't have a myopic view. Can't have a myopic view. So listen to this, my sister. They allowed to get away with this because there is a window behind the GLP. The neo-colonialist, the crony capitalist that continue to sustain them, the PSOJ, right? The neo-colonialist and the crony capitalist. And when we look, it is not like he doesn't breach the Swiss system. He had breached the Swiss system. What about the extraditions that sits on the DPP desk, which we know? What about the those things that sits on the DPP's desk? And we know
the double standard.
Exactly.
Double standard is so foul in Jamaica. It's a double standard.
Right? And, you know, sister, I can feel it as it relates to, you know, what you are saying.
Yeah.
And I understand where you're coming from.
Why everybody calling everybody? Why is Tyrone talking about Margolin run on integrity? Yes, he ran on integrity, and also the GLP should run on integrity.
Exactly.
Why isn't Tyrone calling that out? Why didn't the GLP run on integrity?
Because they have none.
Tyrone, I am so disappointed. I used to listen to Tyrone way back in the days. He left NNN, you know. He left and he came back. I'm surprised he came back. I don't know what he's shopping around for. He wasn't on NNN. He came back. I used to listen to Tyrone years ago. I am so in the utter disgrace.
You know? Because he allowed himself to be baptized now, my sister, by the devil.
It's an utter disgrace to know Tyrone sit there and know all the skullduggery that the Jamaican Labour Party has involved in, and Tyrone sit there acting as though it's okay. It's okay, but yet everybody wants to pressure the PMP. As soon as the PMP then make a slip up, everybody, even the bloggers, some of the bloggers mistake. It's surprising to hear them. Yeah, you guys are allowing these people to shift you all focus.
And you see, you know, and that is one of the reasons why, right, you know, we have to come out and, you know, we have to speak. And, you know, not only Mystic Sensation coming out, we have, you know, a lonesome, right, who is defending, right, good governance. Right, we have a Partner Draw TV, right, who is defending good governance, right? We have a Jay Bryan, we have a Talk Your Mind, a Hata for the Press, right? A Bowler, you name it. We are out here in the space, and we are going to hold up the banner.
I want to ask you one more question.
Yes, my sister. Please go ahead with your question.
Okay. Now we are blaming the gentleman. Who I'm sure he's not the one that gave himself this path.
No.
He didn't do it himself. Who is supposed to be held accountable?
Well,
is it him or is it the person at the UWI?
Well, it has to be the person. It has to be the person at the UHWI. And
calling for that person.
But let us
calling out for that person.
Okay, but let us go further than that, right? Because it is a systemic system, a systemic system. So if you're talking about both institutionalized and systemic, you have to even go further than that person. You have to go as it relates to the ministry.
Yes, somebody is doing this, and it's not just today. It's been a long, ongoing thing.
There you go, my sister. There you go, my well-thinking sister. So I am saying,
isn't Dr. Christopher Tufton is in charge of all? Is he the one in charge of all of that too?
He's the person I'm speaking to. You know, he's the person I'm speaking about. You know,
Mystic, you know what? If you listen, Dr. Hunter. Dr. Hunter already came out, in last year,
Yes.
and said the university, Dr. Hunter
Yes.
already came out.
Yes.
And let me tell you, Christopher Tufton, isn't he the minister of
Health. He's the health minister.
the health minister?
Yes.
So whatever is going on at the university, would you believe, isn't he supposed to be aware of all these things?
Look,
is he trying to say he doesn't know what's going on?
My sister, he is the head of the portfolio.
And why did the former CEO resign?
So
where is the former? Where is the previous CEO?
If the situation that he is oblivious of what is happening, then he needs not to be there.
Exactly. He's not to be there. And they call in the gentleman to recruit himself. But we need to go beyond him.
Exactly.
He's just the layman. What about the person above who? And you know what? To retire on it's nationwide. Four companies,
Let's
Four
look at it.
companies.
But they
are listed, and they're only running with this one.
Because you know what?
All political.
You know what?
All political.
Because they want to know politically ambushed the PNP.
It's a political thing. They don't care about.
Right?
They don't care about. They
No.
don't care about Jamaica. They don't care about Jamaica, because if they cared about Jamaica, they would not only focus on the one company.
That's what I'm saying.
Clean up.
That's what I'm saying.
You call out all four companies, right? And you even go further. You go investigate who is the owner of the other companies. Go do investigative journalism and find out these people.
Exactly.
Call out their name.
Exactly.
But you sit now and you hold on to this one. You see, NNN is short of news or their span of thinking is very shallow because they don't do investigative journalism.
No.
Because they just sit and you can see they wait for something to drop and they grab it. And they didn't grab Donovan. They didn't grab Donovan the other day.
No, because they're selective, my dear.
Grab Donovan.
They are selective.
So you know it's political. So
Yes.
That's why I say Mark Wallen should never act and do anything because it's a political thing. They don't care about the country. They don't have the interest of the country. If they had the interest of the country, then Mark Wallen should have acted. But they don't have the interest of the country. It's all about a political thing.
I 100% agreed with you, my sister. 100%.
I'm so hurt, Mystic, when I
100%.
I don't know how Mark Golden deal with all these people, man.
I'm telling you, it's too much on it's too much on Mark Golden. The amount of pressure.
It's so painful.
Right? And yet, my sister, let us speak. Let us speak. He's been pressured because he's been honest.
But you see,
this is unbelievable.
You can be honest and still stand up and do certain things, you know. You
of course.
Lose your integrity and
of course.
Honesty.
As I said, I agreed with everything you're saying.
Come out and start to speak back to them. Don't just allow them to shove you around and shove you around and shove you around because they want you to remove this person, remove that person. And when you look, everybody from the PNP remove and they get to do a new election and take the
because you don't know what this you don't know what the strategy is. Okay, let us see. Yes.
We're gonna move from 28 to 20.
No.
Everybody do something and you remove
and that is and that is one of the reasons why, my sister, we are not supporting that. Right? Because the political strategy. Yes, hold on, my sister. The political strategy that they are utilizing, you understand, believe that they can come with a pressure. So then Mark Golden move Dennis Garden, you understand, and so then now they can create a by-election. It's not going to happen. Let me tell you, sister, hold on. Sister, let me speak to them. It not go happen. You love how me sound, sister?
Yes, sir.
Me say it not go happen. What me say? Dennis Garden.
You know, I need to thank you very much too, Barra, and I need to thank you and your wife.
You're more than welcome, my sister.
Your platform for advocacy
Thank you.
And to speak out against the skullduggery and the corruption, because in truth and fact, Jamaica is really stink in the corruption.
Exactly.
It's really. And you know what, Tabaran? There's a station that I'm surprised to about in Florida. They don't talk about these things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised what's going on. A lot of people not speaking out against the corruption. I don't know what is going on It's like a virus spreading where people just hugging up the corruption thing. I'm going to get off Baron and give somebody else a call.
And thank you, my sister. I really enjoy
the listeners and viewers.
Yes,
okay?
I really enjoy your conversation. Right? Have a
Thank you, Baron.
wonderful Easter.
Say hi to your wife for me, please.
Yes, we'll do. We'll do, my dear.
All right. Thank you very much.
Right. Yes, these are the type of calls that give me the energy. Right? Wonderful. Oh, Sister Winnie is calling. Right? Hello, Sister Winnie. Happy Easter, Sister Winnie. Hope you are doing well, Sister Winnie.
Happy Easter to you and Lady Anne Marie.
All right.
And Mr. Melting Pot.
Yes.
Listen to me. When I finish, I would like to talk to you private too as well.
Yes.
But listen to me, Mr. Mark Golding. Don't ever make the same mistake Miss Portia seems to make.
Yes, Sister
Don't
Winnie.
ever do that. And we've got, you see what happened with the JLP? They're good at this, you know. They make sure when they're on the fire, they find some our mistake made and they find it to use it and everybody using it. Why don't they call for the other ministers under Andrew Olness in the house? Why don't they call for Andrew to remove himself first? Then we will remove our man. Remove the wife and balls before. Who is the? I know who is the one that called out, but Garden, is it Garden?
Yes, Dennis Garden. Dennis Garden.
Yeah?
Yes, Dennis Garden.
Dennis Garden. Don't,
Yes.
Mr. Dennis Garden, don't step down. You have all right to be there. Let Andrew first and his wife and balls and that Williams man that the lady say that about the burn down the houses and all these things go first. When they go, we go.
Okay.
Don't you ever dare do that.
I'll tell you something, sister.
We PNP bloggers are who representing the PNP. Stop talking about this man should go. Let us talk about what Rosie said. They get paid to do what
Yes.
they're doing. We must stand up.
Yes.
By everything, we must go. Stinking Andrew, we must go. Telling these people them to talk about that. Nationwide is a paid people, everyone there, and Nationwide get millions every month because they can give them the millions because they do not know where the money going. So they will work for their money. We don't get paid. We must do our best.
Yes.
And stop talking about Dennis Garden. Huh? Why you mentioned Dennis Garden must resign? I'm very annoyed with you to say that last night. Very annoyed. Sometimes you talk too much.
Exactly.
You talk too much. Sometimes I'm very annoyed with you. And you know anyone will tell you when you know because that lady listen to this program like me last night. And madam, you did a very good talk today.
Yes.
Thank you.
Really appreciate.
Thank you,
Really.
Mr.
Thank you
Please.
very much,
You can get
sister.
hold of Mr. Marco. Let them resign first.
Yes.
And then we will tell our man what to do.
Yes.
The man didn't go and hold nobody up with a gun. Huh? Like them.
Yes.
He didn't burn down no houses.
Exactly.
He didn't sell all the lots them when the people them burn down and they sell that to MPs. Rosie said that.
Exactly.
They burn down the people them and sell the lots. So every time the people are getting burned out, 10, 20, 21, 11, and all the lots are sold.
Exactly.
And that Bigfoot woman have so many land houses. Where she get all those billions to build those houses?
Exactly.
No wonder there's a water shortage in Jamaica because her truck get all the water to come and give to the workers that to do build, make cement. Huh? I bet you don't pay no water bill. I bet you don't pay no water bill. You want to check she don't pay none? I just cannot stand the JLP. Every time I have to talk about them, I feel sick. Andrew, you should go. Stop telling your people what to talk about Dennis Gordon. And you, your wife, Valls, and the Williams, they should step down to get out of parliament.
Exactly.
Then we will deal with our one. It's
exactly.
only one, and you got 35. Carry your son. So I won't say nothing on the Easter day. Thank you very much.
All right.
To me.
All right. Blessings and people.
And I said hello.
Thank you. And we are following Sister Winnie lead. We are following Sister Winnie lead. Right? Give us Andrew Holness. You understand? Make him resign. Give us Donovan Williams. Make him resign. And the PNP did accuse Donovan Williams. Right? He's a stringent, die-hearted Jamaica Labour Party. Right? Stalwart. Who accuse him. So give us, let them resign before you talk about any form of resignation. You let them resign. Yes, Carla. You're on Mystic Sensation. Please go ahead. Blessings.
Brother Brian.
Blessings, my brother.
Greetings.
Greetings, my brother.
You know, I want to ask a question. I want to ask a really good question. With all of these 20th bank account and all this money, we know that Andrew and his wife, they're not earn that. But we want to know when the next government found, what they're going to do about it.
My brother is a very...
This money need to take away from him. He not earn it. We're not away from the Integrity Commission. That's me, Brian. I'm telling you.
Me here. I'm here.
So when they go and rob, when they go and do them a do, when they go and do them a brother, because God sit high and look low.
Yes, true.
When they go and do, because he can't go down with this money, make him go and have it. He must have it to control the narrative now. He must have the commissioner, he must have the DPP in their pocket.
Yes. Talk up a thing, my brother. Love your sound. Him have the DPP. He has the DPP and the commissioner of police in his pocket.
Brother, I say, he can't go nowhere with it. Just take it. No question, no earn it. I'm going to hear me.
You can't explain. Yeah, man. Look here. When it comes to certain platform, you know.
When the season up, trust me, we'll take it back from you. That's all.
All right.
We'll take it back from you. And I'll spread it for the people then. You just have to keep it.
All right, my brother.
Take about the money. No war with it. All of them, one by one.
All right. One by one, they'll be going to jail. One by one, they'll be going to jail. No problem.
One by one.
All right.
Then can send the money to the country, and and the bank will find out, say, give them the money before the next term, the next election.
Yes. All right. Another caller. All right. Another caller come in. So let me just give another caller another chance. But you understand? I feel a voice, my brother. Blessings. All right. Okay. Let me. Sister Pat was calling. Oh yes. Sister P, come in, man. Come in, Sister P.
Good afternoon and happy Easter.
Same to you, my sister. Yes. What you say? You have me on big screen? You have me on big screen?
Yeah, man, big or small. Let me can buy one.
Okay.
I watch you. All right, listen me I know. That's why I tell you, they love listen to and learn.
Yes.
All right. With the chat them situation.
Yes.
Let me tell you again, rain and fall here, thunder there, I mean I wet.
You're blessed. You're blessed.
I mean say, me know you have some other people.
Yes.
We sell plate and pot and spoon and sell it back to the university. Mr. Gardner sell back to the university?
No, he didn't.
So how them out? You see, understanding a key.
Yes.
So then just bring in it for him. Then it things that way I use it help me if me need help. No, so.
Of course.
Oh, so Jack then are the one where through the L system and
yes.
It goes something them people them and then get with the L.
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly.
So listen to me, I know. Why they not talk about the one them where bring it back where then you we ever bring in the goods and turn back, sell back the goods to them via 100-fold.
Well, look, oh, hold on, stop right there. When you look at that as it relates to that particular company, right? That is what NNN should even focus on, you know. Because right there, so Sister Pat, they tell me that okay, for UHWI to purchase back the item from them times tenfold. Simple means that between them, right, and the person who do it, right, that the money they share up. You understand? Robbing the government revenues, one, you understand, and then over cost. Number one, you know, two things they are done, you know. One, rob the company's revenue, right, by not collecting the appropriate taxes on those items. And number two, right, overbill taxpayers by times tenfold. So them share up the money, right? Because people are going to go jail out of this, you know, right? Because when you do that, right, who you think is going to be benefited, right? Because if I have to buy it back from you, multiply it by 10, it is a similar pattern with the drill, you know. You remember the drill?
Yes.
The similar behavior. So then, so then you see, and NNN, they leave out all of that because none of that, they have not seen that. As a matter of fact, NNN can't see corruption, you know, because they are corrupted. They are so, how should I put it? They're so well, I mean, they are so corrupted that they're now immune from seeing the corruption. So what them now see, what NNN see, NNN doesn't see corruption again, them see propaganda. Do you hear me I said to you, Sister P? NNN doesn't see corruption because they are so immune by it, because they are so corrupted. It's in their DNA, it's in their chromosome, so them can't see. Remember, you know, corruption is them. So they don't see themselves. What they see propaganda. That's what they see. Yes, Sister P, go ahead.
Everything I take them account one by one. And to the new CEO, Mr. Wendy. Sir, you got advanced years after you start work January, and corruption did it from when? Why you are trying to answer question where you don't know? Those people, most of them people were in the answer the question. It should be Carl Bruce, Christopher Topton, and one other man we're gonna have a radar.
Exactly.
Everyone should have did a whole answer the question then.
Dunstan Brand.
Yes. I would send Mr. Holmes to prison to learn sense. And stop swearing people. Because this is corrupt to the core.
Of course.
And the people have not talk about that. And we, the smaller people, are suffer. God forbid me or anybody take sick and we can't afford dialysis and whatever this that. How we are gonna manage?
Well, look what corruption. Look what corruption did with the Cuban nurses and doctors. corruption do that, you know, because Andrew Holness knows him corrupt. You understand? Donald Trump have all of the mess upon him. So he have to bow under Donald Trump. Bow under Donald Trump. And damage our health care. That's what he did.
And I want to tell him something. If you're watching news, Donald Trump yesterday was in the courthouse with Pam Bandit. And by the time he left the courthouse, he fired him.
Him fire Pam Bandit.
Yes, so Donald Trump not have no friend.
You know.
So, uno out there will feel like uno and Trump are friend. Just give him time, make him get out the war, something I find. I don't know what see we are going to do.
All right.
That's what happened to you.
Exactly.
Anyway, pick up yourself.
Bless up, Sister
man,
P.
Bless. Teach me and learn me.
All right. Blessings.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, yes, let us go back to Josh Davis as he talk about, calls coming in. Yes, Carla, you're on Mystic Sensation. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mystic.
Good afternoon, my dear. Happy Easter. Happy Good Friday to you, my dear.
Well, it's the day that we all are grateful and thankful for. We are alive. We see the sun rise.
Oh, yes.
Not set on us yet.
All right.
No, with this Jack dead, you realize that nationwide now is muzzled or silent because they are the one who first run out with it. You know, them had information prior before everybody, even before the Auditor General even probably put out, publish her findings. You recall?
Yes.
They were focused on Jack then. But my question is, how much director or owners isn't Andrew Wheatley part of Jack then?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I would have to do some deep dive with that.
Okay, because from what I'm reading and listening to all the other platforms and in the news, I think there is another affiliate or director or owner of Jack Den.
Okay.
On top of that, that's a question. Then
Yes.
the other thing, Jack Den is a corporation, an entity by itself. It can be sued and it can sue.
Exactly.
Mr. Gordon is a member of parliament in the PNP party, and he's a comrade. No, he is in positions of authority. He's in position where he has the authority to ask and to give verdict. No, there's a question mark against the company that he's a director or owner, whatever it is. But my question to that question is, did they have an agreement? Does Jack then have a agreement with the university to get these dialysis machines in our whatever equipment?
Yes, they have some contractual agreement.
Okay, so it is a contractual agreement between a company, a corporation, and the university of the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
No, from what the factual information that we have received from the Auditor General, from the Customs, from listening to the PAC meeting, from this current CEO that named 4 other corporation that has utilized this loophole that the university hospital has been using for just yesterday.
Yes.
Okay. No. Where does the other come off to say Mark Golding needs to come out or fire this Mr. Gordon and carrying on and on and on about Mr. Gordon? This is not about Mr. Gordon.
No, that is just garbage. That is just distraction.
Exactly. We're looking at a corporation, an entity standing on its own, have an agreement with the university hospital that agree to do what they do. The custom department find the university at fault, not Jack Den. 2, the Auditor General found the university hospital at fault, not Jack Den.
Perfectly right.
Only caught Jack Den as being recipient
Yes.
and participant of what the university had, where them are going without there. So we need to focus on the university, not on Mr. Gordon.
Yes, I would say, but yeah, I strongly agree with you as it relates to be the recipient, right? Factor there, right? Strongly agree with you that with that, yeah.
Exactly, and then when Jack then realized that this is come out to be something erroneous, they paid their $10 million. You know what that shows? That this is a credible company.
Exactly.
And when it comes out to become erroneous and it becomes well, we can say it's a scandal.
Yes.
They come out and they take responsibility, and in more than one factors they took responsibility. They did not deny that they had an agreement with the university using their customs license to bring in these dialysis equipment.
Yes.
And they did not, they agree that they use these equipment for the people of Jamaica.
Right.
Yes, they agree that this money must be paid, and this is the amount that is the custom department said should have been paid or must be paid or have been paid, and they pay that money.
Yes.
So we shouldn't be focusing now on this thing about PNP, Mr. Gordon and all that. We need to focus on what is important. As the PAC chairman said, the university hospital scandal, their board of director, their governance, their accounting processes, their file management, and their credibility and their accountability.
Yes.
That's what we should be focused on.
Exactly.
Now, Mystic, I love when you point out these things, even with, look how much our callers, them calling in, and they're saying the same thing.
Exactly.
This Desmond and Rosie.
Exactly.
If you find that tape, I was listening to on another platform, Mystic.
Yes.
Where this Prime Minister came out and said Rosie is credible.
Remember, I played it, you know. I am the, if you check, I am the first one who played that, you know. I am the first one who played that.
So, at the end of the day, it's cock mouth kill cock, the Prime Minister.
Exactly.
Rosie, so and he should be the one coming out to ask Mocha,
yes,
to ask FID or whatever, all those IC, the Auditor General to investigate.
But Carla, hold on, Carla. You know what? Hold on, Carla. You know one of the things that hurt me real deep. They are dealing with Dennis Garden, with Jack Deng, as if you understand Dennis Garden steal something. That's the way out. That's the narrative that they are putting out there. You know. I want you to understand where they are going. You know. And that is far away from the truth. That is far away from the truth.
Yes, and it's a PR
right?
stunt, and the PR, they want to control the narrative.
Exactly.
And they want to deflect and take we for what Rosie come out with, because they can't hurt Rosie.
That's where the destruction is, my sister. That's where the destruction. They want to show cold water. You understand? And the Rosie situation. You understand? So they might come up with this Jack them thing, and what did Dennis Garden did? Did Dennis Garden carry in something and then buy back and then sell it back to UHWI tenfold? Did he do that? Did he do that?
No, and this is where you can see the stench is gone. It's so stagnant. It permeates the whole place now, because for them to come running out now and then doing all this and gone back to Jack then, then already done, gone past, dealt with, done.
Exactly.
You know, nothing to do, yes, you know, nothing to do with Mark Golding and integrity coming out about, oh, we need to call for Dennis Gordon resignation.
Can you imagine?
The chip, when the dust settles, the chip will fall.
Fall where they may.
Because, exactly. So when everything that is going on over there, so it's already taken care of, people. We need to keep our eyes on the ball.
Exactly.
This scandal with this eating off, this kickback, this threat, these gangs, these who is this, who is that, with this Donovan Williams, the Prime Minister household, and the government of Jamaica administrative division, where all these things are corruption, eating off the fish head, and all of those things. That Rosie, who is a councillor, who is endorsed by the same Prime Minister, the leader of the Jamaican Labour Party, who is the leader of the Jamaican government, who is the one who is in charge right now, that has come up before everybody. It was a focus.
All right, let me put in some spice for your sister before you go. Let me put in some spice before you go. And let us show them what happened as it relates to UHWI, right? That happened, I mean, in every one of the ministries as it relates to the Jamaica Labour Party. Remember, you know, why the reason why we came up with $3 trillion unaccounted for. So let me give you a leverage now, my sister. Remember that Faval Williams came out and said, oh, people are talking about money missing. No, money ain't missing. We have not submitting the appropriation accounts for various ministries, right? Now, Dunstan Bryan, right? They know that, okay, all right, in order for the Auditor General to follow up, right, as it relates to their auditing, the appropriation account, right, is imperative, extremely important, right? So that it reach the level of transparency and accountability. As we speak, as I am speaking to you now, my sister, the GLP have not fixed this yet. And this is what the Auditor General is saying. That many things missing, invoices missing, purchase order missing, and all of this. You know, say the same thing, the same behavior that UHWI carry off as it relates to. No, you are going to tell me now. Sister, let me hear you argue. Hold on. Stop right there. Sister. Sister, listen this. You are going to tell me, this is the years of technology, you know. We are in the era of technology, you know. And you are going to tell me that from 2016, you don't try to digitalize the system to have proper checks and balance. That means if you have documents being stored, you're supposed to have a digital footprint.
But it is mandated in the government that you must have it on two platforms, digital and a backup. That any plausible. Oh my God, you are on par, Misty.
Sister, this is my shock, you know. Coming out of that, you know. That means I say, mighty God, from 2016, and you are going to tell me, right, that you are talking about file cabinet. You understand, as it relates to storage of document, want to the digitalization of the data.
But even the paper, the manual data, they say, and quote
mighty
unquote,
God,
where they come out and say, water, when rainfall hard, water wash up, it wet up the files into that and cabinet into that section of the filing, or where they keep the stored data, or the file management, where they put it in there. And from when they no fix it.
All right, but watch this now, sister. Let us talk about that that you spoke about a while ago, as it relates to the file management system. Now you have a problem into a particular storage area, right? And you know, say, okay, all right. I mean, it's prone to flood out, right? To be flooded out. You put it in one time, right? And it flood out. Let me ask you a question. What make you put it back there?
All right.
What make you put it back there? Look here. That what they are saying is bullshit.
Exactly. And then how would you put it? Me don't know the word for use because so much word of flow to the head. But isn't it questionable that for everything that is said and done, these 22 files that are missing is pertinent, it's meaningful, it is very important to this license, custom use of custom license or whatever.
Yes.
License. All right, I'll make you finish it, minutes.
All right. The 22 files that missing, my sister, right? It is telling me that it is a conspiracy, right? It's a conspiracy to defraud, right? And they all work in terms of accessory to the fact and accessory after the fact. And that is the plain truth about the situation.
It is blatant.
And all of these, the Big Mama, the George Davis, the Tyrone, right, coming out, them not see that, you know, them not see corruption, you know. As I said, they don't see they don't see corruption. They see propaganda.
Okay.
That's what they see.
But the evidence and the facts, and it's concrete and it is noted.
Yeah.
Even with the current CEO, if you recall, he was at one point stalling, backpedaling when
Exactly.
that MP from St. Mary, why name Mr. whatever, Brown or whatever, stand firm and said, name the 4 companies.
Exactly.
We know about Jack, then we want to know about the other one. Then. Now, let me ask you something. The last question I got to ask.
Yes.
And it is noted by more than one person.
Okay.
Is this: how important is a dialysis machine to dustbin and cutlery?
Come on. Well, I mean, I know that you're asking a rhetorical question. So you know the answer for that. I know you're asking a rhetorical question, right?
Because
yes,
for them to focus on Jack then did not put on resale the dialysis machine. They didn't restore
Look
it
at that.
to the university. They didn't make any other deal than just come in and is to use it to bring in the cost the dialysis machine. But those other companies,
exactly.
How much did they resell the university those dustbins?
Goes back to,
and how much did they sell the cutleries for?
Yes, goes back to what I say, that NNN, they don't see corruption, right? They see propaganda. So they search for the one, right, that okay, yes, we can gain some political momentum on this. We can use this for them to deflect away from Rosie. The situation is Rosie and what Donovan Williams had done, right, as it relates to land grabbing, right?
It is what mashing up our
It's vicious.
It is what removing things for our use of our people. It is what has made our country look like a laughing stock on the world stage. It is what demoralize and undermine our people.
There you go.
The ones that are standing firm to put Jamaica with stand firm on the oath and pledge that they put before God and all mankind.
There
it
you
has
go.
done so many things that is erroneous to our people. Whilst you see, Misty, how many people still out the door? How many people still in a shelter? People are walking around Montego Bay where them are going to get roofing grant and have to come back much time and not get
vicious,
those
evil, vicious and evil.
Oh.
Right?
Mystic, keep on exposing. Get in your mystic
sensation. That's why we have beat them, sister.
A melting pot when he melt them down to nothing. And when mystic get in there and expose the mysteries. When they think it's mystery, but you are the mystic one. You continue on to do the job that you are endorsed to do and ordained to do.
Thank you, my sister. Weekend. Well said. Bye. Well said. Thank you, my sister. All right. So let us show how George Davis is brave, right? And I'm giving you George Davis an example of this young lady, right? So here, take a page out of our book. Listen to the question that she's asking so you can follow suit, George Davis, to establish your bravery.
That this is for the state of emergency.
Well,
and
PM,
so
you don't.
Those are the questions that we're entertaining at this time.
Are you giving?
Do you have questions on the state of emergency for St. James?
Well, PM, we don't see it very often, so.
Please let her answer the question because I think that it is not fair to say that you don't see me often. Because we have met up on several tours and other occasions. The post-cap, just to be clear, the post-cabinet press briefing is for the ministers and the various portfolios. And I want to be clear that on all important matters, my government does provide the opportunity for information to be dispensed to the public and for our ministers to be questioned. And I'm very happy that the post-cabinet is being conducted routinely and consistently. As it relates to my integrity declarations, I too am concerned that they have not yet certified them. They have written to me asking various questions. I have provided answers, and they have written to me again, and I'm in the process of providing.
Stop tell lie. Stop tell the Jamaican public lie. They have written to you quite often, right? And the questions pertaining to what they ask you, right? You fail to provide tangible answers for those questions, Lion Andrew. And this is one of the reasons why the Integrity Commission send the file over, right? So that they can investigate, right? And go into other areas, extend themselves in other areas. So come on. And what you have done, you have sent your friend over there to interfere and obstruct the investigation. And your friend realized that the information over there is higher than Blue Mountain. And what is the height of Blue Mountain? 7,402 feet above sea level. That is the amount of problem that you have over there. So your friend Geico Lizard can't help you. And you come now and shape a narrative as if to say, okay, all right. They ask you to tender this and tender that, and you have tendered this and tendered that. So it is their fault, and you don't know why they are not certifying you. You're a vicious and lion person. You're so lion devious. Now just imagine how unfair this is to the Integrity Commission. That you now utilize Section 53, subsection 3, and you muzzle them so them can't speak. But yet you free to speak and tell lie upon them. You're out there in the public now, telling lie on them. And you shut them up so them can't speak and defend themselves. Listen to what you say now. You understand? This is what you say.
When quizzed about his When quizzed about his statutory declaration, here's what the Prime Minister had to say.
You know, the implication of this goes far.
Right? To say that, okay, you answer. You provide everything to the Integrity Commission investigators, and you don't know why they are not certifying you. This way you're vicious, wicked, and lie, and devious. And then you utilize Section 53, subsection 3 to muzzle them. Look at that. How vicious you are. Listen, this is what you are doing, blaming the Integrity Commission that you give them everything that they need. Then if that was the case, right? Why they send over the case to FID? If that was the case, all lion, why did they send the case over to FID? Because you are not responding as according to the Integrity Commission report. Have you read the report? The report said you refuse. You refuse. And this is what you're saying now. Listen to you again. Listen to you.
Why hasn't it been certified? And does the public have anything to be concerned about?
You would appreciate that this is for the state of emergency.
Well,
and
PM,
so
you don't.
Those are the questions that we're entertaining at this time.
Are you giving?
Do you have
propagandist? Leave the real journalist to ask the question and I'll try to block him. Because you see it? It goes to show you that those are questions that you people wouldn't ask. Leave the question. Go ahead, my...
Do you have questions on the state of emergency for St. James?
Well, PM, we don't see it very often, so...
Please, let her answer the question, because
Come on, someone.
I think that it is not fair to say that you don't see me often. Because I have we have met up on several tours and other occasions. The post-cap, just to be clear, the post-cabinet press briefing is for the ministers and the various portfolios. And I want to be clear that on all important matters, my government does provide the opportunity for information to be dispensed to the public and for our ministers to be questioned. And I'm very happy that the post-cabinet is being conducted routinely and consistently. As it relates to my integrity declarations,
yes,
I too am concerned that they have not yet certified them. They have written to me asking various questions. I have provided answers, and they have written to me again, and I'm in the process of providing those answers. You will, however, appreciate that it does take some time, and particularly for me, to get 2 or 3 days to go through matters and provide answers. I simply have to be very frugal with my time. And I suspect the same for the Integrity Commission that have to go through several thousands of declarations. But I would expect that they would give some priority to my declarations. I do hope to be able to respond to them before the end of this week. So I'm hopeful that...
All right. So Draws Davis, you know the reason why I searched for this? Is to take on this morning, you know. So Draws Davis, Big Mama and Tyrone. Uno look on the date. I want uno see the date. See it here? See me I order the mouse over it here. Uno see the date? At 2023 this, you know. At the 8th of November, 2023 this, you know. Draws Davis and Big Mama and Tyrone. Eh? You believe that the Prime Minister still have to frugal with his time? From 2023 to as we speak, right? The Integrity Commission asking the Prime Minister, even before 2023, to properly explain him income, assets, and liability pertaining to his wealth. And remember, you know, Draws Davis, Big Mama, remember, you know, that what he submitted, let me talk to you, Draws Davis and Big Mama. Let me talk to you. See here, Draws Davis, at 2023 this, right? The 8th November. Now, Draws Davis, Big Mama, Tyrone, and only me come for this morning. Let me ask you a question now. Right? You are going to tell me that this information, the file case gone overfed. No. The information that the Integrity Commission investigators couldn't get as it relates to him explaining his wealth, illicit enrichment. Why he has not given feed those information that him a claim set right now, why my claim set from 2023 that certain questions that the Integrity Commission asks, right? He answered them, right? And certain information he was going to bring in, and he has to be frugal with his time. Now, from 2023 to 2026, Talk to me now. I'm me that ask questions. You know. Does Andrew Holness able to bring in the necessary documentation to give it to FID so that FID can come out now and say, okay, all right. Here it is. We have the document that Andrew Holness now can explain to as it relates to his certification. What is the caller? What is the caller? Yeah, what is the caller? Just hold on. Give me a minute, caller. Yeah, man, we have you. Just give me a minute.
Yes.
So why you don't carry the information over FID so that FID now can come out and say, okay, all right, the Prime Minister's statutory declaration can now be certified? Why don't you do that? It is no more with the Integrity Commission investigators. It is with FID now. Why you don't provide FID with the necessary information so that now your statutory declaration can be certified? Why you don't do that? Why you don't do that? I tell you. Yes, Carla, go ahead, please.
Good evening. I'm first time calling your program, but I like listening. You're very educated.
Thank you very much.
Yours, and I like to listen to you. Well, my take on what you're saying, you're the only person on Wayne.
Yes.
I like to listen to Andrebian and others, but not the rest of PNP and Facebook, who is calling out for Dennis to resign without them get a full understanding what is going on. I have to block some of them on Facebook. They're very disgusting. But what I'm saying to you, this government, nobody calling out for the government ministers to resign.
Exactly.
These are hypocrites. These are hypocrite people. And I'm going to say this on a Christian perspective. We must hold our leaders accountable. Why are we calling on Mark Bowling to say Dennis Garden? What did Dennis Garden do? What did he do? Did he steal taxpayers' money?
That is what, and I got you pointing out that. That is what, because he did not steal anything. He did not steal anything.
PNP don't shut them big mouth on Facebook and allow the law to investigate itself. If he have a deal with you, with the hospital, don't think the hospital is the one who sign off on these things?
Oh, yes.
Why they don't give him a tax waiver then? So why they are bashing Dennis Garden? Some of these fake PNP or whatsoever them is a labor to shut their big mouth because they can't hold nobody accountable in their party. Who is there to tell Mark Bowling to let Dennis resign? He's not going nowhere. Tell PNP, real PNP, stand up and demand for Holness and the entourage resign. They must leave Mark alone. Them people that are people are wicked and evil. Right now, thieves can't even buy in this country. And people are talking about Dennis. So don't leave Dennis alone. You never keep the taxpayer money.
Let them know.
And them cover people there and you that are going to expose them because they might cover up some people wrongdoing. And God don't like ugly, which will compromise. We must allow God deal with the case and tell us that all who are criticizing Mark, them are going to see the next case coming.
Talk about things that my sister.
Talk
about things that my sister.
Somebody needs to help accountable. We can't be one-sided. Oh, Dennis Gordon must resign because he let down the party. Which party he let down? Which party he let down? What did he do wrong? He's a businessman. And when you do shareholders, don't you have shareholders in your business? So what is coming from a different perspective because he owns the company, meaning it's him doing these things. Maybe somebody doing it on his behalf. What if it's somebody doing it? Listen to me, people need to shut their mouth and everything crack up on Facebook and put out there. And don't listen to that program named whatever, Nationwide or whatever. They're very toxic.
Very toxic, Maria.
PNP people stand up and come out and comfort zone and stop listening to propaganda. Who is the man we are run the country accountable? Look how much people are suffering in our country. Look how much right now people can't get house to buy. People can't not look how much money thief in a education, in a health. I don't know who none of them I say nobody to resign. Someone don't need to shut in the mouth, man. Make real people like we lose some Dravian. Them talk. Someone will need to shut we mouth because we're not liar. Make justice take its course. But the man for resign, guys, is there to stay. He's not going nowhere. I'm not going haters, go back to the pit of hell. The blood of Jesus against, May God cover Mark Bowling and his team. And may God cover him under the blood of the Prince Emmanuel of Jesus. No weapon formed against him shall prosper. The whole of go back to the pit of hell and leave the man alone. Don't curse the man. Don't step down the man. We don't want the man to do. Leave the man alone. Because put the party dirty. Leave the man alone. Then it's not going nowhere. No, leave him alone. Wrong is wrong. Whatever it is, but wrong is wrong. They set up the man. I rest my case, Misty.
All right, my sister. Blessed and have a wonderful, wonderful Good Friday. Yeah. Right? Well, good, my sister. All right. Yes, sister.
Justice. But does that be one time? Was call up when I government to resign too.
All right.
Justice.
All right. Love you bad, my sister. Take care. All right. Good. All right. Oh, caller, the caller who was just calling me, you can call back. Call. Oh, okay. All right. Yes, caller. Yes, Mystic Sensation, you're on here.
Blessings again, man, Godfather. Man.
Blessings, my brother. Blessings.
So yesterday, we know we have a very good conversation.
Yes.
Lay out the things that are the problem with the people in the country.
Yes.
But here, one of the things that I realize is, you see, me always tell people, you see, our elders, them will teach our grandmother, our grandfather, we auntie them, we uncle them, the elders, them like, who will teach we. All time they say, me tell them, say, even when all of we dead and gone, these sayings will always live on. Let me tell you why. One of the things them always says that thief never love to see thief with that back, even though this man is not a thief.
Yes.
He didn't steal anything.
Didn't.
You see, the things them, this awareness arise to me as somebody is that the country reach a point where nobody in like to see nothing good happen. They always want to see bad things are propelled so everybody can get a movie or a theater for create of it. One, if this man prove a point that he has not stolen or done anything wrong, he pay all that money he's supposed to do, right? And he did it because of the cost of living and the cost of medical assistance on the poorer class of the people in the country. And he decided he's going to make sure he can do something to help the poorer class get medical assistance. And people take that and turn that into a lullaby and make it seem like a crime. No. One of the things that we understand
evil
that
and wicked.
I'm telling you, people nowadays, good seems bad, and bad seems good.
You call it alternate reality, my brother. Alternate reality.
Never in my lifetime, me believe would I live to see these type of things. Never. And one of the things that where rub me wrong is I don't understand why it take for people understand that these people are JLP operative. They're not going to feature the right information so you can understand. These people are screaming for their supper. They have to speak negative about people so that them can get them paid. It's full time people stop listening to these people, because these people don't want nothing good for the country. These people don't want nothing good for the country. One, this man, who not called for this man, step away. And the Prime Minister himself cannot be certified for the last 5 to 6 years.
Can you imagine?
That's something worrying.
Can you imagine? They have the truth about this, Carla. NNN and all those who are calling for Dennis Garden resignation, they have no moral compass. They have no moral compass. How can you have a prime minister, the head of our governance, cannot be certified, cannot explain his wealth? Andrew Holness is no millionaire, and I keep on telling them he's billionaire. So let us talk about the bracket, the space, the window in terms of him amass that. You are talking about Andrew Holness from 2016 to 2025. Right? Partially going 16 years. And this man is a billionaire. Him and his wife. And yet at the same time, as it relates to the Integrity Commission investigation, which I want people to look on the window. The window, please, is important. Between 2021 and 2022, the Prime Minister hand over information as it relates to his statutory declaration that at 2022, he has 200 million. Jamaica, Carla, I just want you to come in on this, on this in terms of, let me point out this. You understand, in terms of, I want your dialogue on this. Look at what I'm saying, Carla, and people in the chat. 2022, the Prime Minister claimed that it's income, assets, and liability. Income, assets, and liability. Everything that the Prime Minister owns. And remember that the Prime Minister and his wife filed together. And the Prime Minister submitted that he has $200 million. Think of what I'm saying. 200 million. What on the color? When I look, I realize that the wife had a court hearing with a lady at least flat fighting over land. And this is how stupid Juliet Holness is. She had told the court, she had told the judge that her $800 million complex in trouble. Now, what Juliet Holness did was to reveal, you understand, as it relates to the current market value at the time, which much more spend now in spite of breaching all permits and doing all of that. You understand, his husband, NEPA is in her, the NEPA is in his office. And when I look on the statutory declaration, because I said, okay, all right, you are saying this to the court, that your building complex, at least flat, valued $800 million at the current market value. So then when I look on your integrity, commission thing that you submitted and what the Integrity Commission investigated, I have not seen it on it. I have not seen it on it. And so then when we push out that information, your FID can't come out. No time and talk about you can be certified. Because I will ask FID, show me on that statutory declaration as it relates to 2022 where you see $800 million. Show that to me. He did not submit over $1 billion. He submit $200. Yes, Carla, go ahead.
You know what? As let me tell you, and as the previous caller before me said, we can't listen to everybody. And let me tell you why. Because when I listen to them, the only thing they're going to tell me are the basics. I like listen to researcher because I'm someone who like to research myself. You know what I mean? I'm like to look into things so me can have an understanding myself. Do you know that what is happening with the UWI? There are laws there that can sanction every single company and also the CEO of the UWI and others who play a role in these exemption that's happening.
Exactly.
And how me understand that I listen to the lady from Jump. I know she speak and she label out these constitutional members that are there.
Okay, Pamela Monroe?
Yes.
Yes.
Help to sanction these people, right? My problem is, who is responsible for the sanction? Because I believe that when PMP get into this office, I believe every single body, even the ones who control these laws to put in these sanctions, and these people supposed to be going to prison. Because you all are breaching the laws of the country.
That would correct.
One of the companies, them, out of the 4 that are named, do anybody know and understand that the owner of one of those companies is the uncle of the Market Me personnel?
And that made the situation even more toxic because Christopher Tufton, right, as it relates to might be his girlfriend, right? I really don't know the relationship between them, but if Christopher Tufton is very very close, right, to this Market Me person, and then here we are, right, with one of the companies, based on allegation, let me say that, based on allegation, right, that they have close ties, right, with the person that Christopher Tufton tied with. So why Christopher Tufton is not being questioned, right, as it relates to why not that situation? No. Let me ask a question here. I want to know if Christopher Tufton have any awareness as it relates to the file management system, and know that file management system had been broken, and he did not resort to fixing it. And so then here we are now having 22 files missing. Simply means that appears to me, Carla, that now you are interfering with investigation.
Of course.
Obstruction as it relates to investigation. Right? Are those files damaged as it relates to area being flooded out? And let me ask the question. How many times the area has been flooded out? So then you know that, okay, all right, this area is vulnerable. And what makes it vulnerable to the fact that, okay, whatever area it sits, right, the possibility of flood, right? You know this. You're aware of this. You're cognizant of this. Why consistently putting the file there? So that to me look like accessory to the fact, an accessory after the fact. Conspiracy to the fraud. That's what that looks like to me. What say you, Carla?
You're messing with legal information that's supposed to be used to process a problem. And
remember, hold on, Carla. Remember the file, right? Give access for audit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You're with information that is needed to process a problem.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Do an investigation on. But my thing is this, and this is where we can't understand how this man still lead the country, and everybody just believe this man is the smartest man in the world, and he might play chess, and he might play this, and he might play that. And Jonas is not smart. Now I understand why Tufton phrase was, he wants somebody who's afraid of bright people. Clearly, and Jonas, you're not educated enough. And I'm not going to stop saying
and that's true.
But one,
that's true.
Let me show you why I'm not smart. Let me show you why I'm not smart. If you did so smart to the point where you do these things, and you don't want to catch there's no loop, you're not trying to left no loophole. A lot of these things could be avoided if you were smarter. But because you're not a thief with the fact that you don't have no heart, and you don't believe that nobody are brave enough for brave up to and do the things that the auditor general do, yo, kudos to that lady. I have so much respect for her.
Oh yes, man. Pamela Monroe, she's quite good.
You understand? But my take is this. How is it possible that you're running the country so good, you're doing everything that's supposed to be done, but every single scandal about money missing in the country has been proven time after time after time? People see this. I don't utilize the same strategy. Put people in the places them want to know, say, as long as you don't do, them can't open them mouth. Because the moment them open them mouth, you have ways and means to sanction them. And you see this lady with name Rosie, she said something where we are telling you see if Jamaican people open up them eyes and understand what this man has planned to do. This man have a plan, for build we call it internet wall around the country where when things are happening in the country, nobody can speak out. The same thing with China have done there. Why do you think China control them algorithm? Why do you think China only put where they want to put out if people can see? These are the plans this man have. These are the things this man have in plan for do. You don't need to wake up down that thing.
Exactly.
Me talk about Donald Trump to come help. I wonder if you know the same way Donald Trump around America.
Carla, I'm glad you mentioned that, Carla, I'm glad you mentioned that. Right? Some you see whenever I touch, right, geopolitics, right, some people offended, But I'm glad you touched that. I'm glad you touched it. Go ahead.
No, but that's why I say good when they can go on channels that research things and teach you and show you. And you know what I mean? This man and his family, them are rip this country dry. And if you sit down there and don't come together and say, listen to me, enough is enough. This man is going to do what I do around the country for how long we say I run it for. And believe you me, I take every single dollar we plan to take. I only can't say nothing. I can't say nothing because what everybody thinks that it is just PMP supposed to get up and do this and PMP supposed to get up and do that. When you make this step as the employer or the employee who employ them, and them sister on a serious about business, you know what happened? When you send a message to who is planning to take over that. Listen, you see what they have done and thought they got away with it. We can't come and do it. Because we are on a depend that we not take on them things no more. Brother, the corruption is too blatant for people to sit back and say, boy, yeah, man, I'm around the country, good man, I'm do it. Brother, we low and alone because only, not even if you're blind, you can't realize that these people are people of operated mindset. People who are getting paid for talk rubbish and people poor. The hospital missing $800 million. Agriculture $800 million. School can't find this amount of money. That department can't find that the amount of money.
Billions of dollars missing from these ministries. Can you imagine? Crazy.
You remember the $3 trillion we're missing? If you add up all of these money we are revealing,
yes,
it's close to the $3 trillion.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and that's no joke. See if you can project your voice a little bit because some of the people them say you're a little bit low.
Oh, okay, right. So this money where I go missing, it's clearly at these money the Auditor General revealed now. This
Here you go.
800 million plus the 600 that's 1.4 trillion already. That's nearly half of the $3 trillion we're missing. So what are we doing?
Exactly.
What are we doing? Are we really serious about getting rid of this man? Man, coming on social media and saying this and saying that now, we have to take a stance and step out. We have to come together and push out and say, this is what we're going to do. We're not taking this not a next step no more. Look how they deal with the people with the roof program money. Clearly, I steal the money,
Of course.
Same statics.
course.
Stealing the money. Same tactics, stealing the money. So as I said, these people are not smart. But that's what they do. They are keeping these people. And you see when we Google the literacy rate,
yes,
and read it when it comes on to Jamaica, we used to wonder where are the men's and the men's with balls in the country. But the literacy rate tell you who is more balsable than who. And that's the woman then. And clearly the woman more focused on education. The man them are focused on the limelight, the life, the hype, the this, the that. But then when it all said and done, it's still hungry and broke, brother.
Exactly.
You still can't buy yourself.
Exactly.
You still can't carry you. What we need for what we're doing. What we're doing. Come on, bro. Come on. And even Cuba literacy rate is way higher than Jamaica one. But yet still don't have it to say these people are being under what I'm saying them underneath.
Well,
them lockdown over there, them have them under some
embargo,
embargo, right?
Yes.
But these people are still educated.
Of course.
Of course. Us who go under embargoes too. So we can get education. So we can be some. It's so annoying.
I get your point. I get your point, Carla, that you know these are people who are under embargo, but yet they are able to be educated, right? More than us. I get the point. I get the point. I get your point. I have to laugh. But I get the point.
You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness.
Some people them wake up. As I tell you yesterday, if them not get the power for them ass.
And your DS is saying engineered hardship, and it is true. Engineered hardship, it is true. It is true. Well, Carla, I actually extend 16 minutes over the time, you know, and I don't even become my plan to come out. I don't even cover certain things. So me just go, okay, let me just let in another caller before I close off. Right. So Carla, big up yourself, right? Love your participation. All right. Yes, Carla, you're on Mystic Sensation. Please go ahead.
Mr. Mystic.
Hello, how are you doing? Happy Easter. Hope you're having a happy Easter. Let me say that.
You too and your wife, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Mystic,
yes.
You know, I don't know very much about Jamaica. I just started learning about Jamaica in the past few years.
Yes.
Okay? But I've seen stuff that's going on that is so wrong. Totally wrong. Okay? The rulers or whoever is running the country right now, you know, they're a set of dilapidated people. That's what they portray themselves to be to other people, you know?
Yes.
But the good GLPs, they will have to suffer for the bad GLPs. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because what I notice, and I do go around and a lot of people channelize, you know, I stay a few hours here or a few minutes here, right? And I'm gonna say I am a very outspoken person.
Yes.
Every bloggers, they come with their own ideas, okay? And let's step off that subject. Mr. Golden, that's his name, Golden, right?
Yes, Mr. Golden.
He has a lot of people that voted for him.
Yes.
All right? So what I'm saying is this. Why are those people not getting together to demonstrate against the government? What, because he threatened to analyze people and then ask questions later? The world would be watching if they do that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can't analyze thousands of people. We don't have so much police officers in Jamaica, our soldiers, right? And that's called intimidation.
Yes.
Right? I see bloggers stand very strong for the people in Jamaica. My question is, what are the rich people doing? What are they doing?
Well, the ones in the bubble are the ones.
They have their money.
Yes, the ones in the bubble, right? They are part of what we call a neo-colonialist system, right? So when it comes to corruption, some of them are also embedded in the corruption because the government right, is giving them what they need, right, when it comes to prime lands and so forth, right? And when we look, let me just explain something to you at length.
Of course.
One of our main industry that generate most of the foreign currency in Jamaica is the tourism sector, right? But when we look at the tourism sector, right, for better understanding, how much of that money being circulated, right, within the country's economy, right? It is 20 cents out of every dollar when we investigated it, right? And pretty much less. Just look at it, my sister. 20 cents out of every dollar. So if we continue on a service economy, right, we are not going to be able to reduce our trade balance. Now, our trade balance, we are importing, right, pretty much like $6.8 billion, right, worth of products, while we are only exporting $1.8 billion. So goes as it relates to the trade deficit, you are talking about $5.8 billion, and that has been growing, that has been increasing.
Yes.
So then, neo-colonialists, crony capitalists, like that. You understand? Because they survive through the service industry. If we switch and have a focus on the manufacturing, right, sort of economy, simply means that we focus on agriculture, right? And then we see where we have the push in terms of we go out and we get the market in terms of our produce, you understand, can reach, right, as it relates to where we send out our produce, right? And where the country now can generate foreign currency from that. We can get into other ventures in terms of production, and we build that. Now, the country will develop, but there's a power, there's a window behind this,
yes,
as it relates to crony capitalists, right? That affects us in a very geopolitical way. Because for small countries, right, powerful countries like the United States, right, and other countries like China, depending on their resources, their rich earth minerals and so forth, bauxite and so forth, and so forth. But the crony capitalists tell you that, okay, the levy that you have on the backside, right, zero it. So you know what now? They are getting our backside partially for free. Now, when you have IMF, right, or whosoever, right, as it relates to crony capitalists, telling you to do that, it is the backside levy that we are going to depend on. Jamaica need that revenue.
Wow.
And then look at this, what they have done. Sister, you see the very same persons who, as it relates to Jamaica Labour Party, right, they campaign and ask the people to vote for them. Do you know that it is those same ministers and sister who go in parliament, you know, and instead of them represent the people, you know, they have permit to bring in, right, green produce, you know, and give the farmers competition, you know. They have storage where they buy it in bulk, right, and suffer the Jamaican farmers, you know. That is criminality.
It's a shame. You know, I am a born Jamaican. I was born in St. Elizabeth. I lived there pretty young, so I don't really know much about my country, okay? Last year was the first time I've been to Jamaica in 12 years, and I'll just pass through, okay? But imagine, you know, it's a shame.
Exactly.
I went there 3 weeks after the hurricane, and I decided I really want to go see what it looks like, and I have people still sending me things up to this past week, showing me people still living outside under the elements at night with small children. Now, I have
went to support things down in Jamaica, right?
Yes.
A lot of us who went down also my man Tyrese, the actor singer.
Oh yes, Tyrese, yes.
Tyrese said he's not going back to Jamaica.
Wow.
Because he went and you know, we do a lot of stuff. All of us on the front end who helped in case people, including people in Jamaica who does their buying, some of the vloggers down there to help the people. We were doing that for the Prime Minister and his cronies.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you use that word.
No, that's the right word you use. That's the right word you use. Cronies. The Prime Minister and his cronies.
Right. Yeah, we were giving them time to you know to set themselves up.
Yes.
So that they could give the
all
people
right.
money, give the people good
Sis,
service.
all right, hold on, sis. Sis, let me give you a couple of seconds to finish up because I call. I have to take one more call.
That's okay.
Yes.
That's okay. That's okay. Right. What I'm saying is this: I can say, Mr. Holness, you and your people are just no good. You're no good. You all need to step down.
Exactly.
You're no good to the people, them, sir. You're just no good. You have no hospital. You have nothing.
Nothing.
So, you know, I'm getting angry.
No
so
schools,
have a
nothing.
good day, sir.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, sister.
Okay.
Love it. All right.
You're quite welcome.
Okay, so we're taking the last call for today. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation. Please go ahead. All right. Same to same to my wife is upstairs. Yes.
All right, Mystic.
Yes, my sister.
Let me say a few things quickly. You see, when it come on to Cliff Hughes, and the next one then, me not even call him name. You know, the draws one then.
Yes, the same draws one then.
No, these people getting paid to lie, and they know they are lying.
They know.
And they continue to do it. On the other side with the PNP bloggers, we are not getting, they get paid from YouTube. No other ministers are paying them to lie about nothing in Jamaica.
Exactly.
And Cliff Hughes know it, him and the Charles Davis. You understand? And they continue to do these things, and we must continue to beat them back, push them back.
Of course.
Because what they are doing is wrong. How can you be someone of integrity? You know the Prime Minister is wrong. You know the ministers are wrong. And you keep on projecting it as if they are doing right. How can that be? There's nothing about you, no moral about you.
So true. So true.
And it surprised me that Cliff Hughes, bring down people in certain when it come on to sickness, because those things can happen to anybody. But I wish that when that happened to him, he would have looked beyond that and give God thanks for each day he opened his eyes instead of sitting there and lying when God gave him a chance to look back in his life and to turn things around and come clean. Be careful, Cliff Hughes. You don't know what lessons God was teaching you right there. And if you have not learned from that, then you ain't gonna learn from anything. Be careful, because you know what you're doing is wrong. Why won't you call out somebody like Robert Montague with those know that under investigation?
Exactly.
No, with the money for those buses for JCF in China. And that they lie. Why don't you talk about Vaz when he was told about the buses and he still go ahead?
Okay.
Because that's the way they mince the money, chop it away. Isn't those things blind in your eye? You don't see them.
Talk about things, my sister. Talk about things then.
On certification. Code of conduct not signed as a prime minister.
Talk about things then, my sister.
What about Tufton with the $80 million and the 33 for the drill? I know that's more than about 10 or 12. We contract. Why won't you talk about those, sir? You're going to get a beating, you see? You're going to get a flagging over that station and my God, do something with firepower and no sin of flame. For lie. Be non-partisan when it come on to speaking truth, be a truth sayer. And don't try to push it aside, push it underneath the mat, because truth will always emerge.
Here you go.
Out of corruption, aren't you a big man? With common sense? What's wrong with you, sir? I believe Andrew Honest might have shares in that radio station.
No, tell me about that. Look here. If no one else don't want to speak, I am telling them how to look as it relates to the shares. Dushiante Savadia don't have any money. Every money, every dollar Dushiante Savada spend is for Andrew Honest. So why? But how long am I saying that? Why don't I come out and defend that? Okay.
This is why, Mystic, I'm saying something extraordinary with that situation right there.
Okay.
In that he come right out so many dollars in taxes when everybody else have to pay them little much.
Here you go.
Wrong.
Here you go.
Same thing with Ross, with JPS.
Oh, wait, seems that the caller get cut off. What happened? Wow. Oh, are you back?
Yeah,
okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying you can go ahead and talk and let me finish.
No, man, I am saying I thought you got cut off, but you're there. So go ahead.
No, I interject because thought you was trying to come on.
Oh, okay, no. I'm listening to you. Yes.
It's just crazy, Mr. Mystic. It's crazy, people, and I don't know, keep on saying it, I don't know what's wrong with Jamaica people, because this is at the pinnacle of it now. For people run out, them can't kill everybody. We're not afraid of Andrew Honest. Him a man, certain things I'm a threaten and a go on with. God have the last word and the answer, man.
Exactly.
Come on, people. What else will happen to now? How much more? How much more? Mr. Gordon Dennis can turn right where there. Because as far as I listen and what is going on, you pay up.
All right.
You're operating a business, sir. You pay up. Mr. Missy right there, so you're clean.
All right.
So you know what I'm call about, you fi step down.
I mix up them a look, man. Mix up them a look.
Because step down and make a beat myself and Mystic station, because it irritate me, Leave the man alone and make the investigation take its course, because we can't get a crowd report. We can't get, especially the illicit one. Because I can tell you based on what's going on right now. Juliet Honest, along with her husband and the others, they are the illicit. Juliet Honest, that based on what me I see right now and understand. Moving on. And this is why they don't want to bring that. We must still, we want it. We want the illicit aid report, because people are in parliament. That's why they don't want to bring it out. They are not to be there. Cliff use that you forgot call open. That those eggs step down until the investigation is through. Make we say. So I understand you, sir. I understand you. Call a spade. Lastly, Mr. Mystic. You see, Charles, yesterday, the junior one, the young one there, he come out yesterday. I am not impressed with that interview yesterday. No. And I'm saying, based on what I observed and listened to, now, if you you're on the station, you're the moderator, whatever, and you're interviewing, whatever, ask the necessary question. Even after on the finish on the hang up, on good friends or whatever, or good partners in talking, ask the questions that must be asked. The people they want to know. No butt up nothing. No nice up nothing. Ask the question on behalf of the people. No, I was not impressed totally with that interview. Charles, listen to me. You know, say, those people, they're at a disadvantage with the hurricane situation. They don't have money. They not get the pay where you will get. And if you are going to advocate for the people, do it right. Me not like your attitude in talking yesterday about some will get before some. You know that. They did not know. That's why everybody turned up at one place.
Exactly.
What you should have done, me no, oh, not get so much money for not that all, you know. Because you have the doctorate, you have the this and the lion, and the guns, and they not have no space in the head of calculation and reasoning and putting it in stringent plans. So this no work, that work. No, you have all of the people that are convene one place. And according to you yesterday, some will get some. Some will get paid first. And some after. All will not get the money at the same time. No, you damn know that. Well, you know what you should have did though? You should have, either you do it by alphabetical order, or some other ways and means, numbers, whatever you want to come up with, when you and your committee plan and say this match will get at certain time in the month.
Oh, chop off again.
Certain time.
Okay.
This match will get at a certain time. The next match, and don't be like till everybody. Now how everybody will come out one time and the people them turn upside down and them don't know them just are come and you have the people them are come. That's what you should have done. They don't know that, sir. You knew that.
Exactly.
And the next thing, why everybody could not get at the same time? Explain in detail that they know and they understand. When they're not doing the things right, and when they know when they go around and I means and I stop here, so and I go on and look at tricky things on up to, you know. People beginning to realize when I can't fool everybody and all the people all the time. You all are set as ministers to lead and to direct right and to do the right thing. Or be unto those who lead wrong. I'm not doing the right thing. When I say an Adventist and not a Christian, when I bring them bad name upon Christianity and Adventism, do the right thing. Sort the thing out properly. Lead the people right. Give them a clear understanding of what to expect and what not to expect. You have it all there and then you're going to come out and talk about say, some will get, everybody will not get at the same. They don't even know. They wouldn't come, everybody come at one place. Mr. Mystic, me wrong?
No, you're perfectly right. You're perfectly right, sister. You're perfectly right. I do agree with you.
Look how much money them get out of taxpayers' money and still I take the people them for idiots. People on the ball out.
Sad.
Make this thing international, Mr. Tony, so you can call the station, them, you know. Make sure you have the evidence, the picture, and show them what's going on. Don't play with Anjola's government. They are not playing with you. Don't. Treat people good. Treat the people right. They deserve that. Too long. Take them out of the wilderness. I was so wrong yesterday when I hear the man say it in myself. Having everybody come one place and wasting their little money when they have, some of them going to have to borrow money.
Wicked man.
They don't have it.
Wicked.
But I know, my God said, vengeance belongeth unto him, he will repay. Someday to come, you all will get your pay. And money can't buy it back. Because God don't want no money. And the relatives who are not going to live it, they will suffer. Because they never get it right. I will not do right. It's a think a lie. We must read the Bible back way. Mr. Mystic, it's so bad having the people trailing behind them. Confused. You look at the people, elderly. Come on.
They are deliberately punishing the people, you know. Engineered hardship. Yes. They are deliberately doing it. Don't talk about it.
The tone in which he says it.
Yes.
And listen to the tone. Because I don't have the handle over people. Who have the angle over honor? There's someone above. And if that man draw, it done. Be careful. I tell you all, it's not good. It's not nice to not have parents. Black man, look how black man treat black people. And the white people, you know, we want black man, we give governance.
Okay.
To people. Tell the people what they must know, the truth. Put the thing in order. We don't know, so I go to school and get degree and doctor, all kind of sitting. That's why I know someone to pay for that, you know. Because it just take common understanding.
Exactly.
Section the thing. Put the thing right. This match will get, that match will get, that match will get. At a certain time, if your name begin with a certain letter, something like that, or certain name, whatever. Come on. As easy as that. Oh boy. Thank you, Mr. Mystic.
Bless up, sister.
Man. It can't go no more. Lord Jesus God. Me don't know what wrong. Me don't know what take over Jamaica with them people here. So I want to make them think that they're right. Why do they think they have the right to do the people like this?
All right. Okay.
When Jesus was on earth, today a Good Friday, the poor followed him everywhere he went. And he says, we must always remember the poor.
Always. Always remember the poor.
Jesus. God go and deal with them, you know. Me say, yeah, what a dip on them, you say. Yeah, what a dip on them, you say. Now go can wash off.
All right, sister. Blessings, blessings.
Sister Anna Melting Pot for and the other bloggers who speak truth. They are truth speakers.
All right.
Come to what me. When
exactly.
you come on to truth, put away corruption and stand for truth, though the heavens fall.
All right, my sister. All right.
Thank you, Mr. Mystic.
Blessings, blessings, blessings. All right. Love it, love it. All right, my peeps. That's where we're going to end because we're going to have to come back on later show, right? So 7 o'clock Jamaica time, we'll be on. So again, you know, please turn out for the support, right? I want to say big thanks to you to continue to support us, right? We really appreciate it. We are saying walk good and, you know, try to make the best of Easter, of whatever it is. Try to make the best. Wish you all the best. Right? Thank you very much for tuning in to Mystic Sensation as always. Love you. All right.
I know why you come to me with that foolishness, you know. You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister run the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want the right start that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.